Hello and welcome to another live stream. Hello Anton, nice to see you again. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat and I will try to answer it right away. And today we will do what? We will do printing silk, right? We will try to print silk. I have a few nice, how do you can call it, nice tricks? Not tricks. Facts about silk filaments. I'll just fix the lights because I did my list and today it looks fine, but of course I forgot to set the lights, so I'm just gonna lower the lights so my face doesn't look as ugly as it is. One light here and one light there, and surprise surprise, I have another camera for my printer, so it's gonna be looking awesome. Okay. Yeah, I had few more ideas for today's stream, but I didn't have enough time to prepare it. But I think it's gonna be fine. So I have my 3 favorite filaments today from Silk series, but the problem is that I probably don't have enough time to print anything with the silk. I mean, to print all the 3 filaments. We can set 2 printers, 2 Prusas, and see how it's gonna look. So what do we have? Print something that looks like a ceramic, like a cup or like a pot or anything that looks like ceramic. It's going to be looking very, very similar. And then we have aluminium silver, which is like a gray silver. So it looks like a very bright... Oh yeah, I forgot to close the door and my dogs just stormed in. Okay, go away, go away. Go away, go away, go away. Yeah, so this is like oh, come on, 1 second. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Light gray color. So it imitates like a brand new aluminium without any post-processing. So on the spool, it does look different. And the pearl white, it looks almost the same after printing, but this one, it looks like matte, but after printing, it's very, very silky, very shiny. And if I can say if it's like more bright or dark, it's gonna be brighter, definitely brighter. And of course, the copper, spicy copper, PLA silk, spicy copper. Nothing to say that here it's just like a bronze, warm bronze color, which is super shiny and imitates copper. It's all it is. So I think we're gonna do the metal ones, and if we're gonna have enough time, we're gonna just run the white pearl. So I'm gonna load the filaments on the printers, and we're gonna start printing, and I will talk about those filaments in a second. So let's put the silver on the core 1. Doesn't really matter which one is which, but we're gonna just load them, and we don't gonna waste more time talking and showing. And I need to cut the filament because this doesn't want to go through my sensor. I need to upgrade my core 1 to core 1 plus because the new core 1 plus has different build of filament sensor, which allows you to push not cutted filament through, like every normal modern printer, right? Acid Fly Studios, hello, hello again. Welcome back to the stream. Nice to see you again. Very nice. We have pretty how do you say it in English? The audience is a very loyal, you know, if I could say that. Okay, 1 second. Found it. Found the cutters. I need to finish the truck because I found the bearings suddenly, because the bearings are important for the truck. I'm gonna do some new type of the truck, Spectrum truck. For the new, we're going to the Dortmund in April. So if you guys are from near Dortmund, you can go there, and we're gonna have some filaments there probably. Okay, let's load the filament. PLA, let's go. I'm gonna see if the camera is gonna pick up the view. And the copper we're gonna put on the MK4S. To be honest, there's almost no difference between those two printers. And if I can choose between these two, I will just choose MK4 because it's faster to start any print. And but the problem is that on MK4 probably we don't gonna be able to mount any extra index system with the many nozzles, many one tool head basically, but many nozzles, 8 nozzles, so 8 spools, 4 here and 4 here. But I think if now it's different gantry, so it's not gonna work, unfortunately. That's bad. Because if you can put an MK4S, you know, this index system, it could be awesome, but where do you gonna put the new nozzles and how do you gonna change it? Okay, we have correct color here and probably correct here. Okay. Now I need to find, because I didn't think it through, I need to find models that are pretty fast to print, especially fast, because the problem is, you know what the problem is, that we're gonna print our silk filaments super slow. So yeah, this is the problem. I was thinking about a bolt, for example, because why not? I mean, aluminum bolt, right? Ever seen aluminum bolt before? I'm gonna just take a look on the printables. We're gonna see what hardware we can find there, because I really want to show you how shiny it can be, right? Spectrum Filaments on Friday last week tested color match for fast tool power tools. How to say, it's very close to the original color. The surface does come out somewhat rough, still good in my opinion. I need to see CWFL001. What kind of filament is that? I'm not similar to that. PLA, it's just normal PLA premium, okay. Light green, okay. I was thinking about that maybe you had HD PLA, which it doesn't like it. It's like to be printed slower, yeah. So maybe if the surface is rough, you can try to slow down the print a little bit, and then maybe it's gonna be okay. Depends also on the printer that you have. Okay, let's browse the printables just really quick, and we're gonna check because for example, for aluminum I will choose like the usual, oh, maybe 2020 in profile, it's gonna be funny. 2020 V-slot. Okay, I think it's gonna be okay. I mean, it's not gonna take forever. I mean, we can cut it. It's the print settings. I got issues with the setting them up. I'm using Bamboo Lab P1S. Oh yeah, P1S. I think I know what it looks like it's a little bit like wrinkling, or it's warped on the side surface. I think it's because the P1S wants to print this PLA like super fast, and it's way too fast. So you need to dial the speeds down a bit. I mean, try with 80 or 100 millimeters per second instead of 250, especially for the outer layer. Because I had similar issue with when I had P1S, and I was also upset about the surface quality. I will just lower this one. Print settings. Okay, layers. And then we're gonna change the speed. External perimeters, we're gonna change to 30. And the filaments, we're gonna change the first layer to... Let's bump it up to 240. I mean, it's doable, but you know, you never know. Okay, how long it's gonna be printing? 36 minutes. I can live with that. Let's try. Okay, upload and print. Where for the MK4S, something copper. I was thinking like the most copper thing that comes to my mind, it's just a pipe. Copper pipes, right? Unfortunately, I'm not available on the WhatsApp or helping like that, but I can show you on the stream just how to slow down the printer on the settings, because I think I have a bamboo slicer. Just I'm gonna start the printer and we will take a look on it. I'm gonna just change the settings for, oh, I can show you basically the display. No, not me, but the display. Okay, here we have the slicer. So first we need to go to, for example, generic PLA SILK profile. Oh yeah, you don't see the menu because it's just capturing the one window. Excellent. Excelente. Okay, don't worry, it's nothing. Let's start with 240 and 62 just in case. And then we're gonna go for normal settings, and then we're gonna go for speed, and external parameters are gonna go for 30. And then we're gonna find, maybe we can just make a pipe. It's not gonna be that complicated. We can do like this, and then you're gonna go like 40, and then we're gonna add, I mean, we can do like 20, and then 60, so it's going to be looking more like a pipe. And then you're going to go negative model, cylinder, and then you're going to do maybe 20 and 90. Then it should be like somewhere, wait a minute, this is 20, 22, what the hell? Oh yeah, because, no, should be fine. Okay. Let's do 18. So how it's gonna look? It's not gonna fall down. It's just two walls. It's gonna be fast. 31 minutes still. Okay. Let's just use the brim just in case, because it does look wobbly. Okay. And then we're gonna just start the print. And then we're gonna see which one is faster. Okay, so in that case, yes, yeah, the Spectrum Filaments is made in Europe, and it was, okay, this was fast. I was also a little bit shocked because I didn't know Spectrum before. And suddenly I know Spectrum, because in Poland it's not that known brand, because Spectrum it's not focusing on selling filaments in Poland, but outside Poland for whole Europe and even more, right? So we're gonna have more shops in different countries outside Europe, but this is gonna be announcement, so pretty cool. So I made a new video, new camera. Let me adjust it. So you're gonna see something. Maybe let's go here. 1 second. Let me just adjust everything. Here we go. Then I just need to find some focus on it. Okay, now we're gonna see if there is any settings for this. Oh yeah, it was automatic focus. Okay. So at least you see something. It's not like you see everything or you see everything up close, but there is something. Okay, so for example, if you have Prusa slicer, right? I'm gonna show it also on the Bamboo Studio probably display. So we're going to print settings. No, okay, it's not showing. Not this window. Sorry, the cylinder. Oh, here it is. If you have printer settings, and then you have also the view. You have expert mode right now, and when you have a beginner mode, okay, beginner mode. It's very important to know. Now you have print settings, and you have on beginner mode you have only layers, infill, skirt brim, and support material. So if you're gonna change to normal mode, suddenly you have speed, support material, multiple extruders, advanced, etc., etc. And in expert mode you have a little bit more, because you can change the G code, like for the different parts of printing, and setting even more advanced things. Yeah, so let's see if I have Bamboo Slicer, because I have sorry, Bamboo Studio. I have probably outdated version 23070. Let me just grab the window for you really quick. Studio. One second, and then we're gonna Bamboo Studio. Okay, let's go with the old version, because probably it's gonna be just exactly the same. Let me know. Should I make it bigger? Probably yes, because it's quite small. I'm gonna just cover myself a little bit. So, oh yeah, of course, it's in Polish. Let me see if I can change the language for English. I'm gonna reload the slicer. Okay, now I need to find it again. Don't you worry about a thing. Okay, this one. Yeah. So let's switch to normal mode. So this is the, like, let's say it with quotes, normal mode. There's only layer height, seam, advanced, strength, bottom shells, infill, support, right? Yeah. So if you're gonna switch this switcher to advanced slider, you're gonna get speed option here. So once you choose your, I don't know, printer, P1S, whatever, and then you can choose, like, for example, generic PLA, doesn't matter. It can be also the Bamboo Lab PLA. I think generic PLA worked the best. And then we have, like, outer wall 200, inner wall 300 millimeters per second. It's quite fast. I mean, you can print it, but sometimes the surface doesn't look that good, you know. So what I suggest, is start with 100. And once you start with 100 on outer wall and inner wall, then you can see how it looks. And if it looks okay, satisfying, you can bump it up to, I don't know, 120 or 150. And then you can see when it's gonna start to break, because, it starts to look bad. Because, you know, not every filament is high-speed filament. When you're printing about 200-300 millimeters per second, now you need to have like 30 millimeters, cubic millimeters per second of extrusion, which is quite a lot. Normal PLA has like 12, so it corresponds to 100-150 millimeters per second, more or less. And sparse infill and internal solid infill, you can also bump it down to 170 and 150. And the top surface also, if you see the top surface has a holes, it doesn't look even, or there's any glitches you don't like, just go down to 100 or even 50, because usually the initial layer, this is the initial layer speed, and this is only the contours, the outside walls and inside walls, and this is the speed. And then the infill of it, when it's printing, you need to change this one, the infill. because sometimes 105 for the first layer is a bit too much. So you want to like go down to match the initial layer speed. So if you have 50, go with 50, and then you're gonna have probably like the most perfect layer you can achieve on the printer with the filament. So if you see the first layer, it's great with this speed, I think you should close the model with the top layer, top surface with 50 as well. This is just my 2 cents on printing, and because I really believe that printing fast doesn't equal to good quality. Many printers, many like manufacturers of 3D printers says that our printer can make 500 millimeters per second printing speed, but the quality, it's just, you know, it's not there. So it's okay if printer can travel with the print head 500 millimeters per second, but printing, it's very important. So the precision, the extrusion, everything needs to be dialed in. So if you have any problems with quality of printing, just slow down and it should be fine. So Anton, I hope this answers your question, and don't be scared about this, because it's hard to break anything here. I mean, if something doesn't work, you can just switch to like pre-made templates, because for example, you have 0.2 strength, and then you're gonna see probably different speeds as well. You see, the outer wall is 60 and inner wall is 300. So this speed means something, right? And then you're gonna go with a high quality, for example, 0.6 in high quality, and the speed is even slower. So it means something, don't worry. It depends on the PETG, it depends what do you have, what problems do you have, because if you have, for example, the same problems with quality, that it's making it's getting matte, or you want to be shiny, the filament to be shiny, you need to slow down, change the temperature, something like that, right? So if you're gonna go to generic profiles with generic and PETG, and then you're gonna go to edit preset. Oh, it's not dry enough. Okay, then you need to dry it. And I really recommend to buy a dryer, because even for PLA, sometimes you want to dry it, especially high-speed PLA. Okay, if it's stringing, it's probably the moisture inside, because the retraction issues, usually it's not the retraction, it's just the moist probably. I'm just looking at the temperatures for generic PETG template on a Bamboo Studio, and it's okay. I mean, it's 255. And the bed, it's about 70. You can, yeah, it looks fine. I think I have, yeah, I have eyeballs, or how do you call it? I put 2 spools with turning the spools, but the motor died. So now it's just standing still, but it's much more quieter. So I'm just putting it for 10 hours and it's dry. And of course you can put it to the sealed bag. I remember when I was starting my journey with 3D printing back in the days, like 2020 or 2019, I remember that I had a lot of PETG, and they had a lot of moist, because I was living in a bottom apartment in Norway. And what I did is I bought this container, plastic container from IKEA, and I bought this silica gel. I bought a lot of it. I bought like 4 kilograms of this, and I just pour it inside, and I just put the filaments there, and it was fine for like 2-3 weeks. You know, you don't need to do anything there. It's just like you're taking the filament, and it has like 10% moist, maybe less, and then you're printing, and then when you finish, just putting back to the box and just seal it with the, like, you can have this rubber seal around the top cover so it doesn't leak any moist from the air inside. And once it's you can see the silica gel changing color, right, to the from orange to blue when it's very moist. You can just put it to the, like, I was putting to the pot, like metal pot, and I was putting it to the oven for like 2 hours for 50-60 degrees, and it was totally dry again. So back to the container, and it was totally fine. And I was working like this for like 2-3 years, and it was just working perfectly. So I was thinking to do the same thing, because it's like when you need a filament, when I have like hundreds of filaments and I suddenly need this one, I need to dry it for like 10 hours. So it costs energy, you know. So if I can like know which one I'm gonna use, I can just put it to the container for like 3-4 hours, and it's gonna be much better than heating up and waiting until everything is out, you know. Yeah, the silica gel, it's pretty cool thing. Let's see the printer. Oh my, it's so bright. Let me change the brightness of it. Let's see, brightness doesn't work too much. Maybe this one. Not really. No, this camera doesn't work anymore as good as it was new, because no, it doesn't really work. Let's try this one. No, it's just blown away with the brightness. Yeah, the PETG is great, but you should try this one. I'm gonna make a video for Sunday. You should take a look on this material, the PCTG. I was printing some stuff with it, and yeah, like this is like new generation of PETG. It needs a little bit higher temperatures, but believe me, this is crazy. This is 20 times more durable and impact resistance, and it's printing as easy as PETG. And we have a lot of cool colors, and I also made, I'm gonna compare the strength of PETG and PCTG. I was printing, wait, which one was the coolest thing? Oh yeah, the bottle holder. I need to find the bottle holder somewhere. Or maybe I'm not gonna spoil it because I cannot find it anyway. But the drone case, it's not that expensive, because I was testing it comparing to the PETG, and it's much more flexible. I mean, if you need something that it's super durable, but still it can be a little bit more flexible than PETG, then it's gonna be great choice. Because PETG will be a little bit more stiffer, but it's gonna be more brittle. Just like if you compare PLA to PETG, then PLA it's harder, but it's brittle, and in PETG it's more flexible and more durable. Then this is more durable than PETG, but a little bit more flexible than PETG. Yeah, I'm making all of the videos, you know, about the filaments to, I don't know what's happened with the stream. I'm making all the filaments videos to just show how the colors look in real life. So I hope this is gonna be more beneficial, and maybe I'm gonna also make some photos out of it, and maybe we can attach it to the website, so it's gonna help. Because this color, it's called, I think it's lime green, as you said. No, it's a light green. Light green. It's not lime green, it's light green, and some of those colors are not exactly the same, you know. So the other video says you can play with speeds to change finish. That does work with all your silks. Yes, they work with all silks. Now it's the time to give you some secrets, because if you are on the stream, I think you deserve it. So, because of the, you know, let's start with the PLA, because normal PLA, it's biodegradable and it has some coloring inside, right? But it's in normal environment, I mean normal by home, and when you're gonna just drop it in the ground, it's gonna dissolve within few years, between, I don't know, 4-7 years, depending on the wall thickness. And PETG, it's, let's say, not biodegradable, but it's highly recyclable. So now you can see the difference between PLA and PETG, because PETG is usually shiny. When you want to get matte PETG, you need to buy specially like made matte version of PETG. And with PLA, it's pretty simple. Like if you're printing fast and cold, it's gonna be matte, right? And if you're gonna slow down and pick the temperature up, it's gonna be silky, shiny. So why the PETG is usually silky? Yeah, because the crystallization is different, right? So why the PLA silk, it's shiny, where PLA normal it's not? You know where I'm going. So we have two ingredients that we can use in PLA to get shiny silk. One of it is elastomers, and they are in reinforcing the PLA. So usually when you compare PLA and PLA silk, the PLA silk is going to be more durable because it contains elastomers. But some of the silks, I cannot tell you which ones, I cannot tell you because I don't know. I just know they have some percentage of PETG inside, which is for me like counterintuitive, because normally I know the PLA, it's not mixing with PETG when it's hot, when it's mixed, right? So, but when you mixing them together with force, when they are like squished together in a form of pellets, they are mixing together, and then this is why you can like change the temperature so high, because Alessio made a video when he said that you can put even 260 degrees on PLA silk and it's gonna be super silky. And this is because the small amount of PETG, it starts to crystallize or changing their structure and starting to get very shiny. And this is the outer surface of the material. So this is why when you're gonna print slow and hot, this suddenly it's getting so silky, you know. So I'm just playing safe. I've just put 240 degrees on the nozzle to see how it's gonna look. Because if we're gonna have enough time, I would like to play with other filament, maybe this pearl white, and see if we can bump it to 260 and we don't gonna get heat creep, which means that the heat creep means that the filament, it's too hot and it's printing too slow, it's gonna jam inside the nozzle. So it's like too much liquid, thick liquid, that it doesn't want to go through the nozzle. It's just stopping, you know. It's like you want to push like honey through the needle, and it's not gonna go. You're welcome, Acid Fly Studios. Believe me, I was surprised too when I heard that in factory. I cannot wait until the factory will be 100% done, because it's like 80% done now, the new factory. And I will do the tour. I will do the video about it. And maybe we're gonna invite some YouTubers, so they're gonna share the production with other people on the different YouTube channels. It's gonna be really, really awesome. I can tell you that, because it is looking amazing. Just sip of water. so much machines, so much filaments, and when you're gonna see like one big extruder, it's making I think it's making 1 ton of filament per day or something like that. It's the one spool, it's winding so fast. It's crazy. It's like when you have 8 kilogram spools, it's like this, right? Or no, maybe, you know, 8 kilogram spools. I don't know, something like that. And there's like, I don't know, 40 kilogram, or I don't know how big it is, but it's just, you know, going like this. And then it's going to other machine to split it to the small spools or smaller spools, and it's just crazy. So you can play with the temp and speed just for the outer layer, or it doesn't need to infill also. You know, depends, because some people like to tweak also the outer wall and inner wall, like simultaneously, you know, together. But I think it depends on the type, because on a single color it doesn't really matter. And if you have double color, maybe it's matter, but I didn't test it myself yet. I think the outer layer is the most important, because the silk filaments has so much colors inside, so much coloring, it's not gonna, like, the light is not gonna go through. So the outer layer is the most important. I think the inner wall can go a little bit faster. So for example, let's go back to the display. For example, for speed, so for the outer wall, I would like to go 30 to be safe. I've seen that between like 10 and 30, or even 5 and 30 millimeters per second outer wall, it doesn't matter, doesn't bring such a difference on a shininess, you know. So if you want to like go at least a little bit fast, just go with 30. When you want to go a little bit, like, or a little bit, if you want to go extremely shiny as you want, just go 20, because less than that, it's gonna take forever to print and it's gonna look almost the same. So, but also, you know, you need to be careful about the heat creep, because I know heat creep can be an issue on printing so slow and so hot. So on the Bamboo Lab, it can be an issue, because I know P1S was clogging all the time. So I was changing extruders, I was changing hot ends, and it didn't help. You just need to like have correct temperature. So what I can suggest is to try slowly and do small models like I am printing right now on the printers. So we're gonna see how it looks, and then we can, for example, bump the speed even lower, and maybe we can raise the temperature up until it fails. And we're gonna see if we can, is there any difference between two models, right, on the speeds and temperatures. Okay, 68% and 70%, so we are almost done, and I can tell you that this copper pipe looks just awesome. Yeah, just wait a few minutes. I think it's 8 minutes, and it's gonna be amazing. So one more thing about silk filaments. No, I told you about the strength, and I told you about shininess. On the Creality printers, also heat creep, it's very significant. I mean, wrong temperature, and especially printers like K2, K1, which are closed and they are enclosed, so the temperature inside the chamber, it's getting super hot. The heat creep is even worse, so you don't want to do that on a closed printer. Of course, when you're printing something like that on PLA or PETG, you just remove the top cover and opening the door, so the airflow, it's the best you can get. But I didn't see the heat creep on bed slingers as much as with the chambered printers. So the heat creep on Prusa Core 1, it's more frequent than on MK4S, for example. So the chamber does matter when it comes to printing in a hot temperature, high temperature. Oh my gosh, I was pretty sure that I lubricated this chair and it's squeaking again. Yeah, A1 is amazing printer. I agree 100% with that, because I switched from P1S to A1 and suddenly everything is printing, everything is works. And the other thing, the one thing that I upgraded on A1 is just this blue Super Tack, or it's called Glacier. No, not Glacier, but I forgot the name of it. No, never mind, the blue one. So it helps with the bed adhesion every time. When you have at least one failed print on the, because of the bed adhesion, just buy this one plate and you're gonna be frostbite. Yes, it was frostbite. You know, frostbite. So I was calculating how many prints failed because of the bed adhesion problems, and when I was thinking, okay, this bed costs, I don't know, $25 or 20 euros, 25 euros, and I think it was at least one spool of wasted filament through like 1 or 2 months of printing. So instead of wasting one roll of filament, I could just buy this sheet and it's gonna be working correctly, right? And it's gonna be printing correctly, it's gonna be adhesion, it's gonna be perfect, and I'm gonna save time, energy, money, everything. So I can recommend this to everyone. So even if you don't have any issues with bed adhesion, you're gonna get it. So I think I'm gonna make a video about it. It's a pretty cool topic though. Let's see. In a minute, we have copper and we have aluminum silver, but I think aluminum silver, it's getting a little bit satin finish. It's like when you have the brushed metal, right? You have this finish when it's like scratched a little bit with a very tiny metal brush. So it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I also have the ASA with the bronze effect, but I was thinking to put some vapors of acetone on it, so maybe it's gonna get a shiny effect, you know, but it didn't work as well I was thinking it's gonna get. I was thinking it's gonna look like, seriously, like a metal, but now I have even better idea, because we have this filament that it contains a lot of copper, like copper powder. I cannot tell you how much percent it is, but the weight of it's extreme. I think it's like 50% of filament, it's copper. This is why it's so expensive and it's hard to print. You need to have at least 0.6 millimeter nozzle to print it. And it looks more or less like this guy. 1 second. And I was having a plan, I was having idea to do polishing. I'm gonna print a bar that looks like a silver bar, copper bar, you know, a bar. And then I'm gonna polish it until it's shiny and looks like metal, because it is possible. So, oh yeah, I have a car also. This is super cool. I'm gonna make a video about it, don't worry, but in the future. So, okay, I'm back. Take a look at this. So, this miner, it was printed with this metal infused filament, PLA with copper. It's quite heavy, but it's empty inside. And it has matte finish stuff, you know. You did it with the alcohol. Ooh, so bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish the topic. And this guy, it's also printed with this copper filament. It's fully empty inside. It doesn't like have any infill. So I didn't do anything with those guys, but I did with this guy. I was polishing his knee. and you can see his knee. It doesn't have any, sorry, it doesn't have any layer lines, and it's shiny. It looks like perfect metal. So once you're gonna like use the sandpaper, it took me like 10 minutes to do it, but it's too much details to do the whole thing. So I need to have like flat surface with no details to make the whole thing until it's yeah, it's gonna look like real copper or brass. Another funny thing is that I was trying to make a joke out of it. It's Mini Cooper, and sorry, it's Mini Copper. The thing is that it's greenish, right? And the effect on this car, it's called chrysocolla, right? We have this color even on the PLA, chrysocolla green. So when you put when you're gonna put acid on the copper, I mean acid, it's gonna be like vinegar and salt, and it's starting to like, maybe it's not called corrosion, but it's oxidization or something like that. Not sure, I'm not good in chemistry. But this green color, it's starting to like gather on the copper on itself, and this is how it looks when you're gonna have it one night in vinegar and salt. Doesn't smell, don't worry, but it looks totally different, right? So yeah, it does contain copper. So that's my plan for the future. And I'm gonna cover this PCTG on Sunday, which is, I cannot, like, it's it's so weird for me. It's so strong material that you can just print it as PETG. Where is this bottle holder? Oh yeah, here it is. For the bicycle, you know. And I'm wondering if you're gonna print it from other material, if it's gonna break, because this is super stiff. I mean, not stiff, but strong. It's not gonna break as easily. I think PLA would broke, and I think the PETG maybe as well. And this is like really flexible. And it's fully inside. I mean, it's full inside. So I broke it on a live stream. I was trying to break it, really. No, it's not full. Okay, it has 20%. No, I don't know. I'm gonna print it again fully. Maybe it's not gonna break then. Yeah, this is the PCTG. It's supposed to be 20 times harder. I mean, stronger than PETG. But it is really strong. I mean, maybe it was the weak point. You see that? I think it was a weak point. Yeah, it's quite strong. I'm gonna print it again, don't worry. Okay, so Core 1 finished, the MK4S finished first, and then we're gonna take a look on the prints. We're gonna take it on this camera because the small one it's not that great, you know. Okay. How do you like the copper tube, bro? Does it look real, like a copper? I think if you're gonna show it to someone that doesn't know that it was 3D printed, he's gonna think this is metal. It's really hard to tell. You need to hide the seam as well, because the seam on the other side is visible. Oh, you can see here. So maybe random seam or staggered seam. To be honest, I'm not sure if we can get even more shininess than this, but we can try. And then let's see the aluminum profile. How does this look? It is shiny though. But it has this plastic vibe, I think. It doesn't look like exactly like aluminum, because aluminum, I think it's a little bit darker. This is like too clean, too bright, in my opinion. Something is missing here. But what? Not quite sure. Where's the light source? Yeah, maybe this is why I love the copper color, the spicy copper, because it's really hard to tell the difference, you know. And this aluminum, yeah, it's okay. I mean, I've seen worse filaments with silver, you know. But overall, it's really good. We have 1 hour, so we can try one more time with extreme temperatures and extreme speed. Let's try one more time. But maybe we're gonna switch aluminum to pearl, and we're gonna try with the copper again. This is gonna be cool. I just need to clean the bed from the brim. I was wondering if the brim was necessary or not, because the brim was left on the bed. I'll remove that now. I had this nice spatula, metal spatula somewhere, and it's gone. Okay, let's remove this one. So I use aluminum silver a lot on imitation of metal parts instead, like for steel. But I think maybe the aluminum needs even more temperature. That's the problem. We're gonna try with this pearl, and we're gonna bump the temperature up to 260 as Alessio did. We're gonna see if it's... Yeah, it's maybe different gray. Maybe it's a little bit colder gray, you know, because this one, maybe it's a warm gray, if I can say that. Okay, we're gonna put this one inside, and I'm gonna remove the brim. I'm pretty scared to put PLA to 260 degrees Celsius, because I know the PLA like to get burnt, you know. Okay, I removed the brim, and we can try one more time. Okay, it's warming up. I'm gonna make models a little bit smaller, because we need to compensate for the time, because we're gonna go even slower. 1 second, it's not the printer, it's gonna be the display. Oh yeah, I was supposed to change the window to Pusher. Okay. We're gonna do external parameters to 20. And nozzle we're gonna change to 260. And this is crazy. If it's not gonna get clogged, I'm gonna be surprised. Oh, sorry, Acid Fly, but the temperature test would take 2 hours. And this one is gonna take 40 minutes to finish. This is crazy. You want to get to see 2 printers at once, if it's doable? Not really. It's too dark there. Okay, I'm gonna just see this one. Hello. Hello, belts. Okay, let's go with the copper pipe. Just gonna change it to 260, and outer walls speed to 20. And then we're gonna see, oh yeah, I removed the, here we go. How much time it's gonna get? Still 30 minutes, okay. What was the actual speed? Because maybe it wasn't even 30. No, it was 30, okay, so now we're gonna get 17, okay. Upload and print. And then we're gonna get upload, or maybe let's let's do the cylinder as well. It's gonna be faster. Add shape, cylinder, bump it up. Add negative volume, cylinder. Then I'm gonna put it here. A little bit there. Slice now. Okay, looks cool. Okay. But you know, for me, it's also like if you're printing correct, model with correct color. I mean, for example, you don't want to print, for example, copper dragon or something like that. You want to print parts that are correlated to copper and aluminum and pearl. So if I'm gonna print the pearl white pipe, it's not gonna be as convincing as pot, for example. Yeah, a little bit glue. No, it's fine. It's just like when you're printing brim and it's something like super tiny, one layer, it's hard to remove from any like bed. If it's at least 2 layers, it's fine, but 1 layer, it's not enough. Okay, sip of water. I'm wondering why I'm seeing super pest on a live stream on the YouTube studio. Okay, I think I just need to refresh the page. Yeah, it looks fine now. Okay. So guys, how many printers do you have? Don't tell me that you have only one. It's never ending on one. I was wondering to buy a new Anycubic Cobra X, because this is the only printer that makes sense from the bed cylinders right now. And I'm really curious about the quality of the build and quality of the printing. And the price is just a bargain, you know. I'm really impressed how Anycubic made a printer like that for that money. How it's even possible. Okay, last print, half an hour, and we will see if 260 is doable. Or it's gonna get heat creep and it's gonna be clogging already. Yeah, in the chamber I have 31 degrees, which is a bit too much. Yeah, MK4S is starting and it's printing. It has 260 degrees on a nozzle and it's printing. I need to make some LED lights for the MK4S and maybe some another setup for cameras. Maybe I can connect my Sony camera and it's gonna be looking even better. Two Temu East Street play printers? What's that? I need to Google it. Hello, Ant. Yes, the Prusa Core 1, as you can see, it had a little bit of troubles before because I broke the heater wires and I did replace the whole block. Easy treat. I think I know what it is, but no, it's okay. Because I have also, it looks like Bambu Lab Mini, right? This is the printer. Or this is the one that it looks like a toy. Easy Treat. Wait 1 second. Easy Treat. It does look like a mini printer. I mean the Prusa Mini or Bambu Lab A1 Mini, because I have also this small printer and it looks like it's a toy for kids, you know? It looks like this small plastic kitchen oven, you know? And it does print, and it does print pretty good. And I was really surprised. It's called X Maker Joy. It's so funny. K10. Let me see. Easy Treat K10. Yeah, it does look normal. It does look like a normal printer, you know. Not like the X Maker. It really looks like a toy for kids, and it was quite funny. And even funnier thing about this printer is that every people that bought HTPLA, I mean not every, but some of the people that bought HTPLA had problems with adhesion, that it's warping and it's hard to print and doesn't look good. And the small printer for kids was printing HTPLA without any single problem, which is, for me, it's just crazy. Yeah, Prusa XL5, but also want a Core 1 or Core 1L. They are so good. Sold my X1C and I miss nothing. I believe you. I was thinking about Prusa XL, but the price point was a bit steep for me. And I'm really glad that I have Core 1 because of the upcoming Bondtech system. So I will 100% upgrade it to this one and see how it's gonna go with 8 colors, 8 materials, 8 different nozzle sizes. But you know, I had P1S and it was a bit an issue. A1, it's printing pretty good. I cannot say a bad word about this printer. And Creality printers, you know, they work sometimes. So it's you know, the brand does say something about the printers. Acid Fly Studios, I think it's related to 3D printing and 3D scanning, because, for example, and also the printing with epoxy resin, because printing is just one step of the whole process, right? And the thing about slicing it's a second stage. I mean, it could be the first stage, for example, and then second stage is printing. And for epoxy printing, the cleaning it's a third stage. And for 3D scanning, it's also something like scanning is just like the shortest thing you do, because then you need to play with the software and then you need to play with the model itself in software. And this is why you have different stages of printing and scanning, you know. you bought semi-assembled. Oh yeah, yeah, you can save there a lot. That's true. And build volume, it's pretty big on the XL. That's true. But what, you know, guys, what I learned from printers, that it doesn't matter what size do you're gonna get, because it depends what model do you gonna have. Because I got this belt printer that has infinite z-axis. You can print, for example, 100 meters, I don't know, ladder or 2020 V-slot profile, whatever. And it's gonna print. It can handle the big file because it's clipper, and depending on how much filament you have, it's gonna do a good job. But the problem is that you don't have too much models in that size. I was thinking what to print in this long print, you know, and I didn't find too much stuff. One thing that it's coming to my mind is what it's in nature. It's long and you can print it because the volume on the X and Y axis, it's only 250 millimeters. So yeah, I was thinking, okay, Titanic, or the ship, you know, or the shark, or very long flexible dragon. I didn't print it. And then maybe ladder, but why do you want to print ladder? It's gonna take you 10 kilograms of filament. You don't want to do that. So suddenly, like, the purpose of this printer, it's not like printing long prints, but it's printing in like a loop. So you're ordering to print simple stuff, and the belt just dropping to the box the items, and you can just like make a manufacturing line without even like looking at the printer, because you don't need to. Everything is cleaning itself, and it's the belt, it's going and going and going. It is white because it's a pearl white, and sorry, but the camera doesn't pick the colors correctly, because it is the old Logitech C920, and yeah, the quality is just like the whites are overblown, and I cannot fix it, unfortunately. I'm trying, but it doesn't work. So yeah, I can adjust sharpness, and then I'm gonna change. You see, I'm bumping down the whole brightness, and it's still overblown because it's so much light. Not doable with that camera, sorry. Or let me try with this one. Oh, now it's a little bit better. And now it's slightly better. Now you can see the shape. We have zoom here. It works just a little bit. Or maybe it's so shiny, it's just reflecting all the light, you know, because it's 260 degrees. Don't forget. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm surprised that it's working. I was like almost 100% sure it's gonna just clog on the hot end and nozzle, and it's gonna be done for today. Cool thing about Prusa is that even if I'm gonna get heat creep and the nozzle will just like make a clog, I can just wait until it's cooled down, and I'm gonna start printing again, and it's printing with like nothing happens. But the Creality printers, there is some other story there. The filament is getting soft, and the extruder is just pushing as hard as it can to the chamber of the extruder, and you need to like open the extruder and remove all the broken filament from the inside, and it's taking you forever to do. This is why I bought this electric screwdriver, because now it's 10 times faster instead of screwing it by hand. I'm looking at this pearl white right now on the printer, and it's hard to say if it's shiny or if it's matte. Or maybe it's so shiny it looks matte. We're gonna see the copper. We're gonna compare the copper before and after. How much percent do we have? 28. 20 more minutes, guys. So for anyone that just joined and didn't see what happened with our prints before, so we printed this copper pipe that looks like almost like a real copper pipe. So if you want to put some hot water through it, you know, I think I'm gonna throw it to some like handyman bag and see if it's gonna work as a joke. So it looks fine. I mean, it looks like a copper pipe. And then we have this aluminum extruded 2020 V-slot bracket. No, it's not called a bracket, but it doesn't convincing enough, I think. But it's not bad. I like it. I'm just gonna Google how the extruded aluminum looks in reality, because 2020 V-slot aluminum extrusion. Okay, let me think. So, okay, this is the render. It's not the real picture. Okay, how to tackle this? Okay, so for me, this one, I think it's supposed to be more gray. More white gray, I think. Like darker. If it's gonna get darker, it's gonna look like aluminum, because now it's too bright. It looks more like steel. Not like aluminum, more like steel. But still it's a little bit also darker. But close enough. Or maybe unfinished, maybe unprocessed or something. Unprocessed aluminum. Still, the unprocessed aluminum sheet. It looks maybe more similar, but it's still a little bit darker. A little bit darker, I think. So copper for now wins. What we have in the shop from SILKS? Let me see. Let me just see. You can see with me if you want. Let's go to this one, and we're gonna change the. This one. Okay, let's go to materials, PLA, and PLA silk. And then we have unmellow yellow, taffy pink. I think I have taffy pink somewhere, but I didn't print it with this too much. Tropical green. Oh, this is cool. Oh, we have sterling silver. So this could be the silver, the aluminum silver. This could be it. Oh, it's on the stock. I'm gonna order it today. I think this could be it. It's much darker, and if it's as shiny as this one, maybe this is the color that we need. Okay, let's go further with the other colors. Spicy copper we're testing right now. Ruby red. What we can do with the ruby red silk? Not sure. Sapphire blue. I need to test those because they are looking cool. And pearl white we're testing right now. So it's gonna be imitation of the ceramics. And then we have rose gold. I think I have the rose gold somewhere. Maybe it's in a refill or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere here. Cinnamon bronze. This could be also interesting because it's imitating bronze. And glorious gold. I have the gold here, but it's not as gold I was expecting to be. It has this weird tint on it. But I saw that in factory they have like 3 more different shades in production of gold, and I think they're gonna get it right. So indigo blue in aluminum silver, so it's much brighter than this one, sterling silver. Oh yes. I'm wondering if we're gonna get this factory in USA, in Boston, and then you're gonna get really cheap filaments for whole USA. Candy blue. This looks interesting. It's really catching eye, right? Apple green, amethyst violet. Oh, amethyst violet looks pretty nice. I like this color. Yeah, the shipping is... But you know, if you're checking the price on our website, it's gonna be different. But try this store 3D Printing Canada. Maybe they're gonna have a better... maybe they're gonna get better prices. For example, this is Spectrum. Let's see if you want to buy this one. If you can ship it to... Oh, okay, it's out of stock. Of course it's out of stock. Do they have anything from stock? Sapphire blue. Copper. Still out of stock. Is there anything in stock? Can you check it? Out of stock. Maybe they don't have anything in stock from these ones. There's no filter. Oh yeah, it is in stock 9. Okay, so okay, they have something. Let's see. Okay, add to cart. And shipping location. No, protection, sorry. Checkout. Do they ship to USA? I was thinking fast reliable shipping across Canada and USA. They do. Oh, you already checked. Okay. Sorry. You know, as far as I know, I think they have. I mean, we have Amazon, but do we sell in USA? I'm not sure, because it also can be an issue, because we selling on Amazon. I'm gonna just check. Because on Amazon they are selling resellers, and we as well, directly from the company. US zip code. I don't know what is any zip code from in USA. Everything is messed up, you say? Probably. Okay, let's try with New York. Okay. Okay, unfortunately for New York, there's no Spectrum Filaments. Not at all. Nothing. Yet. So sorry. Why do I have this button here? Okay, let's go. Let's see the printer. It's still printing. It looks like it's a plastic pipe. Nothing more. But soon, my friends, 10 minutes and it's gonna be finished. But it does look, the layer lines are not existing. It's so weird. Jesus Christ. You can't see a single layer line. It's really weird. And it's 0.2 millimeter layer height. It's not like 0.1 or something like that. It's so weird. We're gonna get new, oh yeah, new president. Yeah, you know, I don't want to talk politics because everything in the world is in a weird place in time, so to be honest, I don't really want to think about it. But having 38 years, I know that, and one constant in life is that everything changes, so we cannot have peace and quiet, you know? Everything changes all the time. New technology comes in, 3D printing comes in, new filaments comes in. True. I seen a short on YouTube recently that it was, I think it was some like cut out from some kind of series on Netflix, or I'm not sure what it was, but the guy was arguing with the lady about fuel and how much we are burning fuel, and the future of humankind is this electricity and electrification of the world. And he was explaining that it's not, and it was just a movie, right? But it stuck with me because he was saying that everything that you see, every plastic you see, it's made from fuel. It's made from dinosaurs and stuff like that. And then I realized that yeah, wait a minute, because PLA, it's made from corn. So we are not that doomed, you know, because if we're gonna have some fuel shortage. We can just like use corn, right? Just like Interstellar movie. And we also have biodiesel from corn. Like corn is awesome. Yeah, might be. I see Fly Studios, might be. I mean, it's like every single person in the world that like working whole life and he wants to go for, you know, retirement. He just thinking about this first date that he can just retire and go home and rest. And politicians, why they are working so long? It doesn't make any sense. In our government there's like so old people that they are like, they don't even know where they are, but they are like making decisions for people in whole country. Yeah, but let's leave this topic for another day. We're gonna just see in a minute, 5 minutes. I think I might just discover nice purpose for this pearl white silk printing pipes. I have crazy idea because I'm gonna do the upgrade for Core 1 to Core 1 Plus, and I'm gonna print maybe some new, you know, new gadgets for the chamber, those covers and the door handle and the spool holder. And I was thinking to print it with glow in the dark PLA. So I'm gonna turn off the light and it's gonna be looking awesome. What speed? It's going 20 millimeters per second on outer wall. Exactly. I'm gonna try to show you in close-up this pearl white, but I think I will need to do like a picture and post it somewhere because it's unbelievable how the layer lines are gone. Maybe we need to see it on a different light, maybe not from the side but from the top or from the bottom, then we're gonna see the layers. Pink? We don't have pink, we have only blue and green, I think. Let me just double check. And I don't remember to have pink. Effects, glow in the dark, and we have green, yellow, green, and blue. Yeah, green and blue only. I like the blue one. It's not as bright as green, but the blue one looks cooler. To be exact, it looks cooler. It's colder. Of course I need to do something else. I'm always do something else. I'm just weird a little bit. 2 minutes. to midnight. Can you hear any music, or because it's super quiet? Soon, my friends, will be finished, and we will see. So this is 30 millimeters per second and 240 degrees Celsius on the nozzle, and now we're gonna compare it with 260 degrees Celsius and 20 millimeters per second. So maybe it's gonna be different, but maybe not. Hard to tell. Even if the speed, because on the slicer I was not sure if the printer itself was printing as fast. Let me just double check this one. So we have 17 here, and when you're gonna bump it up to 30, it's gonna be faster. No, it's still 17, so yeah. So the small model, add your name, add your logo and name in different color. What do you mean? Okay, so the pipe is ready. Let me remove it. What I was saying is that because of the small model, the speed was only 17 millimeters per second on the riser. You mean like here? This one? Okay, I will fix it. Because of the small model, it was only 17 millimeters per second on both models, but this one was having 260 degrees and this one was having 240 degrees. And of your new printer. Yes, now I know. Okay. Now I get it. So let me compare it. No, with brim. Let me just compare it like this, and it is basically the same. It looks worse, I think. Yeah, the extrusion, something is off here. So I don't recommend to use 260 degrees, I mean, maybe on the Prusa, because Alessio printed on the Bambula P2S and he was having successful print. But maybe like I'm gonna show you like this, you're gonna see the issues, because I think it was not extruding correctly. With the brim, it's 260, and without, it's 240. And this without 240 looks much better. It's hard to see it here on the camera, but the surface, it's cleaner on 240. You see it. Yeah, it's possible to see it even on the camera. So yeah, 240 and maybe 30 millimeters per second, but as we know, it was printed with 17 millimeters per second because of the small size. If it's gonna be bigger, like this one, maybe then it's gonna be 30, but that small shape, it's not gonna get as much as big speed. Yeah, so this we know. And then we're gonna see this one. Yeah, I was expecting that. Okay. The light, different light. So from the light, when it's coming from the side, it's almost invisible for layer lines. But if it's going from the top, suddenly you can see a little bit of layer lines. It is shiny, but it's hard to see because it's so bright. It's like the whole effect, it's going somewhere else. But it is for me, it is looking a little bit like a ceramic because it has this weird tint on it. It's like warm white with small bluish tint. It's hard to say if it's bluish, but or maybe it's reflecting other colors from my PC or something. It still looks good, but it has the same issues with the surface when it's 260 degrees. So I will not print as hot. I will go to 240 maybe max. 240. It's gonna be enough. But the print is just clean as hell, you know. But you need to have like correct, let's say, need for filaments, silk filament. So anything that needs to be super shiny, super silky and looking slick, then you can just pick the silk filaments. I like to print a lot of flower pots and the vases with silks because you can print it in vase mode, and vase mode is usually super slow. So by default, it's getting shiny on the beginning. Ceramic, maybe ceramic. Yeah, I think it's ceramic. We're gonna compare it. I'm gonna bring the ceramic cup and I'm gonna print the cup, and we're gonna see which one it's real. But yeah, but this one it's clean. It's much cleaner, but it has this taste of, you know. It looks good in my opinion. Yes. Okay, I have a lot of plans for Spectrum Filaments, for testing, for making new projects, especially this drone. I want to put it together and test it, fly it, crash it, and see when it's gonna break. I just broke the bottle cage, but you know, everything for science. Thank you, Acid Fly. Thank you. Thank you also, Ant, and thank you, Anton, for coming by and stopping and chatting and talking with me. It was a pleasure time, and I need to go now. You got 0.0.6 was playing with the vase mode, and 0.0 make it stronger. You mean by nozzle size, or you mean by layer height? I think that you mean by nozzle size, because I like to print vase mode with 0.6 and 0.8 millimeter nozzle as well. Or maybe you have different units. This is also the issue. The inches, right? Or something, I don't know. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, and I think I will try to nozzle. Yeah, I will try to bring some good stuff next week, and I hope I will manage to stream every week. And once we're gonna get more views, more people here, I'm gonna make some cool giveaways and stuff like that. But not from USA. Sorry. No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Yeah, have a nice day or evening, depending where you are. I think you're gonna have nice day and evening before you. So bye guys, and see you on Friday on a new episode, and on Sunday a new episode, and next week on Wednesday with Alessio, and Thursday with me on stream. Yeah, bye. I'm gonna just roll the intro for you again.